Okay.
I just don't think that would do any good. What would Hector do? Probably just call me a numpty. Could you dance for me again? How's the shoe shining market in general?
Not too good these days. Aside from the hook thing, too many trainers out there, you see.
Oh yeah, guess so.
Gets me enough coinage to occasionally afford a tin of chopped tomatoes for my own survival, though. Well, that and the dancing, of course.
Fare thee well. Illegal dumping can have negative effects. I'm not going in there without rubber gloves, thank you very much.
Hat die vielleicht noch Handschuhe? Wie mit dir auch sprechen?
Do you young ladies need assistance?
We've been waiting on a taxi for 4 hours until someone here just told me she forgot to phone it.
Oh, yeah, not phoned.
You girls better be on your way. This is not a safe area to be hanging around.
I can look after myself. Anyone tries it on with me, I'll ram a stiletto in their ear.
I'm scared and there's no one to hold me. Your friend there, did she eat a dodgy pilchard or something?
Nah, she's fine. Only she went and spent her entire student loan on tequila shots. Didn't you, Kaylee?
Tequila.
Yeah, she'll be right.
Okay.
How did you girls get here?
Oh my god, do you want to hear a so funny story?
Does it involve drinking?
Is there a princess in it?
Princess? Bugger, Kaylee. We totally forgot about her when we stopped for a piddle at the mini market in Little Beirut. God, I hope she crashed behind the skip instead of trying to find the number 6 on her own. Or we'll see if she turns up at the reception. I don't really like her anyway.
I liked your story. Do you have any more?
So Keisha, right? What about her? Thinking it'd be a top idea to hijack the party bus. Bunch of pensioners outside the chippy didn't know what hit 'em. I tell you, those blue tabs will get anyone up. Best hen night by far. Woo!
Okay. Noch mehr?
I liked your story. Do you have any more?
Well, last night was well rough. You should have seen our Malindo booking Bronco in the VIP. Flew right off into the Siggy machine. She needed 17 stitches and Bronco was well embarrassed.
I liked your story. Do you have...
Oh my god, Letitia so OD'd on slimming pills before coming out. I told her you weren't supposed to mix those with triple pina coladas. Ended up going blind in one eye. And then she was like, the rest of the night, bumping into stuff and that. She was like 15 minutes into getting it on at the gents when she realised she was with 2 guys instead of 1. It's on Facebook.
Haben wir noch mehr
I
Stories?
liked your story.
Well, last night was well rough. You should have seen our Malindo booking Bronco in the VIP. Flew right off into the Siggy machine. She needed 17...
Okay, ist ja schon die alte.
Toodaloo.
Okay.
Toodaloo. That way leads to the real world. Hector always walks
Da kann ich nicht hin, ne?
that way.
Ja. Kann ich hier sonst noch irgendwas machen?
My arms are like cocktail sticks with squares of... What am I thinking? I'm always surprised why so many people return their trolleys after shopping.
Okay, geht nicht.
That pipe looks just big enough for something other than Hector.
Okay. Kann ich hier...
That pipe looks just big enough for...
Okay. Irgendwas fehlt mir doch hier. Da will er nichts anfassen. Ja, ich bin nicht schlau. Crabs on pipes, not 10 minutes in and you are already desperately longing for in-game hint system. Genau, we've got a name for people like you in Clappish Wig, but I dare not say it out loud for fear of having to console you afterwards. Okay, so you're out of the frying pan into the basement, as they say. Can I assume you've made contact with Lambert? Yep. Look, I know Lambert is a bit of, well, to put it as nice as I possibly can, a feckless turd with ears, but occasionally, if you ask him a direct question, he spits out some vague, sensational bubbling that under direct sunlight can be loosely described as a hint. Consider it like one of these aha moments they have in real detective shows when a conversation about Pony suddenly helps them unravel the murder. Get Hector to chat with Lambert, form a plan, and if you run into trouble, I suppose you can pop back here. But only if you are desperate. You're only a... Okay, das kennen wir ja schon. Ich habe da mit ihm schon gesprochen.
Lambert?
Yes, sir.
Anything else?
Well, there are a few people around and they might have some stuff, but they won't give it to me.
Have you said please?
Of course.
Have you threatened them with bodily harm?
Oh, Hector, you know I'm no good at that stuff.
Well, maybe there's some other way I can send items to you. I'll keep an eye out. Get back to work.
That's what I was supposed to be doing.
Knife? Das kann ich... Ah, ich kann also auch was runterschicken. Okay, jetzt habe ich ein Knife. Ich verstehe. Okay, ich kann genauso was runterschicken.
That way leads back to those girls. They intimidate me.
Ja, okay. Okay, wir brauchen das Messer. Wir brauchen das Messer.
It's part of my job to keep knives off our city streets.
Okay. Jetzt habe ich ein Knife.
That way leads back to...
Ja.
That way leads...
Ja, dann geh doch. Bitte, geh. Okay, jetzt sitzen wir.
Hold still. Don't cut yourself. I know. I'm not even wearing safety gloves. There. You're free to go. Compliments of the Clappers Rig Police Service. Boy, I don't get to say that very often. Oh, you silly fellow. You never told me you had cement shoes. You can't go home like that. Listen, mate, you've done enough. Thanks for getting me this far. Hold on, I'm sure I can help. Let's be honest with ourselves here. It took you a stupid amount of time to realise I was wearing tape. And then it took you half a donkeys before you could slice a flipping rope. By the time you've wrapped your head round this one, I could have walked back to town. In fact, probably quicker if I do. Toodaloo.
Das ist die rote Tasche. Und die Prise.
Oh, fritters. I never did find out what that thing was. Or where he got those nice pyjamas.
Okay.
You're welcome. No spare tile, no emergency blanket, no flares, no tin of soup. That's living on the edge.
Hier.
It's an 86...
Der hat doch hier aber... Der hat Rena.
It's an 86... It's an 8...
Okay.
Oh, he's got a tail light out. That's a traffic hazard. Boot seems nice and roomy. Or trunk. I prefer boot. After all, a trunk is traditionally a place to put belongings for a long voyage, whereas a boot is a place for your feet.
Der hat auch Räder.
Those make great hats.
Kann ich das nicht mit? Okay. Wir hätten jetzt Seil. Jetzt haben wir das.
This thing reeks of petrol. Now you're just being stupid.
Okay.
Fashion victim, literally. I feel like they're all watching me. That'll make a crude fuse. All I need now is something with a bit of kick. I've never scrubbed a toilet in me life, and I'm certainly not going to start now.
Ist der Typ hier noch irgendwo? Kann ich irgendwas noch runterschmeißen?
That won't fit. Nah. If I had ever...
Okay.
Nah. Let's see what happens when I do this.
Ah, das kann ich.
Blimey, I think that went all the way outside. Hey, Lambert, I'm sending myself out to you one piece at a time. No!
Okay, das geht.
Oh my, I thought it was a real hand for a second.
Oh, die Hand kann ich dem Jungen geben.
Oh, that's quite handy.
Wow.
Here you are, little fella. Try this.
It's so beautiful. I loves it so.
You don't need that nasty old hook anymore.
Oh, me old mate Hookie's been a real friend all these years. A horrible, nasty, scabby, chafing friend. Old Bojo's gonna choke on his roast pheasant when he sees the line-up at my shoe shine stand. Oh, thank you, sir. Anything you need from me, you can have it.
The hook?
It's yours.
Isn't it great when you do someone a favour and they think you're doing it for them, but you're really doing it for you? It's win-win. Stupid Lambert. Very well. I'm not going in there without rubber gloves, thank you very much. Oh, poor little fella.
Sometimes I find an old button and pretend it's a sweetie.
Kann ich das jetzt da? Okay. Weil das brauche ich ja. Da gehen wir nochmal runter. Mob und da irgendwas ran, um dann den Eimer zu holen.
Yo ho ho. Now where's the sodding rum?
Mhm. Genau.
I could go fishing for sharks with this. Really, really dumb sharks.
Okay. Machen wir das als nächstes. Ich wusste nicht, dass die Hand auch runter... Eigentlich total logisch, ne? Die Hand da runter zu werfen für den Jungen. Das sollte jetzt ja funktionieren. Da ist ein Freund,
Gotcha.
Anne.
Nice set of wheels. Remember, in the land of ordinary pails, the one-wheeled bucket is king.
Ja, okay. Jetzt weiß ich, woher ich die Rollen bekomme. Jetzt können wir switchen.
Two and two make four. Two, three, four. Yeah, that's right.
Nochmal vorsichtig beim Nachzählen. Oh, das tut weh in den Ohren.
Surprise! Look what I fixed up nice. A set of wheels.
Aren't you a darling?
Think I could have that hairspray now, please?
Deal's a deal, gorgeous.
Okay.
Right, jump in, Kaylee.
Yes, please.
Oh, for Christ's sakes. Come on, Kaylee. You're going to make the wedding after all.
Congratulations, he's a very lucky
Das
man.
tut so weh in den Ohren.
Return it to Value Land. You'll get your pound back. She called me gorgeous.
Okay, dann würde ich sagen, haben wir alles.
You don't think I could have a few of those matches, do you?
No chance. It's delicate. The whole thing could fall apart if you look at it wrong.
But if I could just...
Look away. Avert your eyes.
I just don't think that would do any good. What would Hector do? Probably just call me a numpty.
Okay. Ich brauche also nur noch was. Bringen wir es erstmal runter. So.
Great. Now I can do a spot of quiff maintenance before I talk to the press outside, waiting to interview Hector, the town hero. Now I just need to light it. Lambert? Come in, Lambert.
Yes, sir.
How we doing with that shopping list, Lambert?
Which bit?
The light.
Well, the shoeshine boy who lives in the fridge.
Let me ask you something, Lambert. Can everyone see this boy, or just you?
There's no one else in the area to ask.
All right, okay. Does he have matches?
Yeah, he's made a tiny house out of them.
Just do whatever the magic boy wants, Lambert. Carry on.
Will do.
Okay. Dann reden wir mal mit denen.
Say, what's that little wooden thing you're playing with?
You like it? I made it myself from 483 matchsticks. It's a scale model of my dream house, complete with tiny little match family.
Oh, that mustn't have been easy with a hook for a hand.
Took me 6 years, nights and weekends. This new hand I should be done in an hour
Ja,
though.
bis mindestens
Just
6
think,
Jahre.
one day you could build yourself a real house out of really big matches.
That'd almost be my dream come true. All I'd need then is a family who'd adopt me.
So, this house, why...
My only dream in life is to live in a humble house with a family I can call me own. Maybe with one of them flat screen 3D TVs in my bedroom. I know that's never going to happen, you see.
You never know. Hold on to your dreams, I say. I always dreamed I'd be a policeman, and look at me now. poking about in a soiled trash heap. You really shouldn't be playing with matches, you know.
But they're fun.
But they're dangerous.
Yeah, but they're also fun.
What would I need to do for you to get a match? Keeping in mind I already improved your life with that hand.
Well, sir, there's only one other thing I could possibly want, but you've been so kind already, I'm afraid to ask.
Go on, it's okay. The worst I can do is laugh in your face.
Will you be my daddy?
Isn't there a 3-day waiting period? Well, my wife Philomena's always talked about kids.
You mean it?
She's always saying I'll never do anything right and I can't make a decision on my own. Imagine her surprise if I came home with a new son. Okay, I'll do it. Call me Papa.
Oh, sir, you wouldn't be putting me on, would you?
Not a chance, son. You won't be needing your dream house anymore. My house may not be made of matches, but it's a match made in heaven for a lucky young boy like you.
Oh, Daddy, I thought this day would never come.
Don't hug me until you've had a long bath. Until then, make your way down to number 73 Pillocks Way. You'll know it by the blue door and stone cladding. Oh, just wait until you see it, boy. Instead of a house inside a fridge, there's a fridge inside the house.
Oh, Father, finally I'm a real boy.
I'll meet you there. Philomena's going to be so surprised. She can help me pick a name for the little fella. Wait, hang on. Oh, little Tyke's stolen my wallet. That's all right. I'll get them back off him later, back at the house. Joys of parenting. They're always up to something, those rascals.
Ist er jetzt einfach einen Sohn adoptiert, der ihn sein Portemonnaie geklaut hat? Seine Frau wird begeistert. Aber hey, wir haben die Streichhölzer.
What's he got there? A tiny matchstick house.
Her damit.
Need to be really careful with it. It's like I'm carrying his dreams. There. It's exquisite.
Ja, gut. Rinder, ganz vorsichtig natürlich, damit es nicht kaputt geht.
Hector, I'm sending something down to you. It's very special. It took my son 6 years to make. Please be very careful with it.
Es ist kaputt, war ja klar.
Oh, if only I had a cigarette right now.
So.
Lambert, I'm about to light the fuse. Stay back from the wall. Muffled shout is my shouting is muffled. Stay back from the
I
muffling
can't
effect
hear
of this
you.
fuse.
I'm losing signal. I'm coming closer to the wall.
Fuse is lit. Retreat from the wall.
What's that? A treat from the mall? No time for that.
Wall explosion imminent. By now, you should be well away from the wall, safely hidden behind a large object.
I can now physically get no closer to the wall. Please repeat instruction.
You look like crap.
It really burns. I think I've got some in my mouth.
Ew.
Right, let's shake a leg. We've got a bastard to catch.
Dass er es überlebt hat.
Have you got any hand sanitizer?
No,
It's like a-
Lambert, there just weren't any hostages.
So, you're saying the dummies blew up the building?
No, you spaz, you're not getting it at all.
So were the dummies...
Gloria, fret not, I'm alive, back in action with nothing more than a bruised shin.
Hmm? Oh, hey, Hector. Thought you were dead. Hey, Lambert.
Hiya.
What, that's it, I return from the grave and all I get is a hey Hector. Thought your clinical waste bin would be overflowing with soppy tissues at my demise.
No, just the usual brain matter and bullet fragments. Anyway, better get back to it. These bones don't saw themselves.
So what now, boss?
Well, got a few bits of evidence to run by forensics here and the tech lab across the hall. Then I'm going to single-handedly track down this son of a dog end.
What about me? Can I help?
You? Oh, why don't you yank through some town records or something? Find out everything you can about that building. The building we just blew up?
Oh, right. I'm on it.
Okay. Können wir mit dir reden?
So, you're really not overcome with joy to see me alive?
If he really had died, deep down I would have known.
Oh, Gloria, I always knew there was a bond between us.
Plus, sooner or later all the stiffs get rolled in here. Would have run a scalpel through you eventually, eh, Hector?
Okay.
Nah, can't be asked. I don't know what any of this stuff does. Murray? Murray? Here, I got you this.
Oh, Hector!
I found a massive pool of congealed blood at the crime scene. Got you a sample.
Tell me, Hector, when taking this sample, did you hermetically seal it in an evidence bag and note the time and date?
No, I folded it up and put it in my back pocket.
Oh, here, give us a look. Why, Hector, is this your blood?
Ball bags, I hope not. There were gallons of it. What makes you think it's mine?
Because it's 100% barbecue sauce.
Slap me arse with a trap. You're right.
Hector, I thought you were the kind of man who could smell a barbecue from the other side of a paper mill.
Let's not forget I've been in the vicinity of 3 explosions already today, and one was a toilet.
Well, I'd like to help Age, but the old crime computer doesn't exactly have a search by condiments classification.
That's all right. Gee, I'll take this one from here.
Okay, ist also Barbecue-Soße.
Barbecue sauce, eh? A chemical compound of Worcestershire, garlic, capsicum, pectin, sodium benzoate, and sweet, sweet love. No two sauces are alike, but it takes a refined sense of smell to pick out the minutiae. And while my onker may be on the fritz, there is someone I know who just might be able to help.
Okay. Beef Mark. Okay, jetzt haben wir eine Map. Gut.
Pulled this from the building. Can you get anything off it?
Hector, 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 do I look like a robot?
No. Well, in this UV light, you do a bit.
Go show that to Solid Base over in Tech. I'm sure he can fit it in between keystrokes.
Okay. Mach einfach mal alles.
Hey, Gloria, want to see what I've got in me trousers?
Am I going to need a microscope?
Doubt it. It's pretty big.
Oh my, you know how to impress a girl.
Okay, das funktioniert.
There's trace evidence
Das
of
funktioniert.
something odd. It's an adhesive polymer composed primarily of nitrocellulose, mica, benozophenone-1, and toluene dissolved in a solvent of butyl acetate.
Butyl what?
If I'm not mistaken, all these things can be found in a specific blend of pigments and adhesives to produce a desired attraction effect in courting rituals or simply for presentation.
No.
This looks to me like a trace coating vial number 69105 of Aphrodite's latex nightie.
Who with the what now?
Common household nail varnish.
Oh, blimmin' hell, woman, why didn't you just say that in the first place? I should arrest you for impeding my investigation.
We don't get much drama around here.
So the terrorist is a woman?
Not necessarily.
Cross-dresser, then?
No, it's not like there's concentrations around the trigger. It's more of an overall coating, like the varnish and gun were housed in the same location.
Guns and beauty products. Where would I find those together? What? Oh, come on, don't make me drag it out of you with tweezers and a cotton swab.
I'd start at Doreen's. Let me give you the address.
Doreen's?
And don't be shy about picking me up one of those bath bombs to say thanks.
Okay. Okay. Dann gehen wir mal noch zum Techlabor.
Solid Base's technical lab is across the hall.
Ja, dann geh doch dahin. Okay.
Suppose I better pay a visit to the grand geek across the hall. I hate that smug bastard. He rules over that filthy computer lab like a cockroach on a mouldy bagel. Solid Base.
Oh, sorry.
Detective Inspector.
Okay, ich hab da was für dich.
Thought you might like a bit of a challenge. Challenge? Please. All right, let's see what you've got. Where'd you get this? Crime scene. Oh, I thought this might have been your personal laptop which you shot after all your crops died on Farmville. What's Farmville? Here we go. Major corrupto, obviously, given the state, but still a few blocks snaggable with a wee bit of interp. What are you doing? If I attempt to explain it to you, what are the chances you'll comprehend? About the same as speaking Portuguese to a Chelsea band. Yep, okay. Few nuggets of infotainment just floated to the top. 1. All the personal data's been corrupted. I've got no names, addresses, phone numbers, accounts, nothing. Probably stored on a bit of the laptop that got shot. Yes, it was probably stored on the bit of the laptop that got shot. 2. In what little data that is on here, there's a number of references to the Clappers Reek Police Service. It's got CWPS all over the place. Weird. I concur. I'll keep poking at it, see if it leads anywhere. 3rd, I was able to run a trace on the guy's IP. IP? Oh, Internet Protocol Address. Lost. Everyone who uses the internet is assigned an IP address. I've got his. What good is that? Well, in the time it took me to say I've got his, I hacked into all the ISPs in the city and tracked his virtual IP address to a physical address. Does it have a door? One that a real policeman like me can knock on and collect answers? And in the time it took you to ask such a dumb question, I already transferred the coordinates to your GPS. My GP what? Google it. You can keep that. Already did.
Okay.
Deep inside his own mind, he's probably an orc or something. Orc, please, level 37 wyvern, baby. With the dexterity of a Valkyrie, if you catch my meaning. I really don't.
Okay. Goodie. Wir gehen erstmal zum Beefmarkt. Zum Fleischmarkt.
Meat's so rank those flies have turned vegan.
Okay.
Never know when you're gonna need a mitt full of dead bugs.
Warum?
Better identify myself before I go nicking free samples. That's good advice in any knife-based business. Compared to the meat, zapped fly actually smells pretty good. In here, the flies are queuing up to be zapped.
Was haben wir hier noch?
The sauce shelf. Anything to cover up the taste. Dunderbeck's microbrewed BBBQ sauces. Boot polish, battery acid and beetroot. I don't know what the Q is for, and I don't ask. Arse bits in blood. Head bits in blood. Old Dunderbeck's Mince-O-Matic, the meat dealer's equivalent of money laundering. If only turbo-powered serrated tearing blades could speak.
Okay.
I swear that sausage just moved. Lambert would like it in here. He's always mincing about. That's Cadogan Dunderbeck. He'd fill it his grandmother if you slipped him a fiver. Probably.
Okay, da reden wir mit dem.
I'd like a pound of bollocks, please, my good man.
A pound of... Wait a minute! I know that voice! Hector, you old truffle pig. Still snuffling around in the offal, I see.
How's the bloodlust? Beef cheeks? Slaughtered anything airy lately?
Well, I never. Old Hector, it's been a while since you graced these parts. You gone veggie or something?
Not a chance. Still as carnivorous as ever. The preferred mealtime dish is still meat with a side order of meat, washed down with a glass of meat.
I take it your lunchtime bite is still the classic Hector sandwich?
Indeed it is. One slice of buttered bread between two slabs of cooked ham.
Oh, Hector, we shared such fond meat-themed good times. I've yet to meet anyone that appreciates a boneless shin as much as you do. Now, what can I do for you, old friend?
You've always been my go-to guy on meat-connected cases, right?
Aye, we've had some fantastic, disgusting times, haven't we?
You're not kidding.
Okay. Wir müssen ja herausfinden, was da dran ist.
Remember the Cenopod Savaloid case?
Hector, we swore we'd never speak of it again. A one-off, and never to be repeated jolly. If it's anything like Cenopod, the answer is no.
Okay.
Listen, Kentucken, I need you to take a look at something for me.
Seems I've done more favours for you than I've had gristle in me teeth.
Well, don't forget, I did let you in on one of the only two methods of how to legally kill someone.
Only I wish I knew that before they put me away for 12 years. You still haven't told me the second method.
Maybe one of these days.
I'll hold you to that. Now, what have you got?
Get your schnozzle round that. Tell me what you make of it.
Oh, interesting. Narrowing it down, the protein traces are a young breed, continental European, possibly Charolais.
What about the sauce itself?
The sauce-based ingredients are from a recognisable supply, but have been simmered in a large vat, made in bulk, and filled out with cheap white vinegar.
I don't need a full ingredients list, just take a swing at it.
If I had to make a call, I'd say it has all the hallmarks of Geisel-Befreiung restaurant. Except...
Except?
Something tells me it's not their usual in-house formula. It's been a while since I tore up a Hereford Angus in there, but judging by this, their quality has considerably dropped. Anyway, that's about as close as I'm gonna get you.
Thanks, old friend.
Don't mention it to anyone. Seriously, though, don't.
Okay.
Do you supply to Shayla Buffet?
No longer. When they said they were expanding into a new business venture, exploiting every part of the carcass, including the hoof, I had to draw a line.
You never told me you had standards.
What can I say? Beef is my life.
Ah, Dunderbeck, there's more to life than meat, you know.
Oh, Hector, you say the funniest things sometimes.
Okay.
So, still business as usual.
Oh, they keep sending out these pesky health inspectors.
How are you still open?
Funny, they never seem to make it back to head office to process their findings. Word of advice, to your ears only, dear Hector. Avoid the second sale bin on the left, marked veal.
You look good. Have you lost weight?
You're not kidding, shed 14 stone last month.
Holy mother. Atkins?
No, the divorce papers finally went through.
What's the latest on the block?
Have you tried the warm black pudding frappuccino in the slushy machine behind you?
Sounds, wholesome.
Just the thing on a chilly winter day after a meat pudding. I'm in a good mood, take as much as you like.
Okay, das können wir jetzt nehmen.
Meat pudding?
Good, wholesome fat wrapped around tender carcass extremity offcuts in a delicious sauce of blood, gristle, and selected herbs. Warmed in the oven for 6 hours, then iced.
Can't be any worse than your briskets and cream.
You'd be surprised.
Got any wafer thin ham?
You insult me. You should know I don't make any cuts under 5 inches. Try Value-Land, pansy.
Okay, da haben wir jetzt alles.
Always a pleasure.
Don't be a stranger.
There are bits of tooth in there, with fillings. Ooh, pick and mix. Salmonella, E. coli, Staphylococcus. I'm spoilt for
Ich
choice.
finde das alles relativ widerwärtig hier drin. Ne?
Got any cups or anything?
No, there's been a run on this stuff with the Goths.
I'll need to bring my own.
Okay, wir brauchen irgendwas, um das abzufüllen.
Oh, great sauce.
Kriegen wir denn jetzt was her? Mal zu Doreen's.
Doreen's nail bar and army surplus. Beauty products and guns. I just sprained me brain thinking about it. And while we're at it, who are these clowns?
Was ist denn das?
Hot diggity, you're pale. Did you forget to remove your shirt before adding the bleach?
Been sitting on this plastic chair all day, hooked up, waiting for my art to pump some blood into my arm to earn a bit of hard cash.
And I thought my day was crap. How long have you been sitting here?
Almost an hour.
And the bag's only a quarter full.
I'm on to my 5th bag.
Oh,
I've brought bodies to the morgue that were fresher than you.
Hey, you seem like a nice guy. Think you could help me out a bit?
I know I'm gonna regret this, but how?
Just a pint or two, just to get me through to the end of the week.
hm.
Are we talking lager here?
No, blood, please. Just enough to fill this bag, then I can stop at the chippy on the way home.
Your kids need a father more than they need chips.
They'll manage.
Okay, wir brauchen diesen Slushy Blut wahrscheinlich für den hier.
I don't give blood. I usually spill other people's if they start to get on my wick.
Go on, give me a drop. As a freebie, I'll throw in the office stationery. How'd you like a box of only 1 year out-of-date wall planners?
I'll pass.
Or I'll hit you up with a couple of packets of US letter printer paper.
Blasphemy. Good old British A4 is all I'll ever use. Same printer paper as the Queen of England herself. Are you seriously asking me for blood? What's in it for me?
Oh, come on, I'm not a bad man. Help me out. If I was in your place, I'd do anything to help a friend in need. Give you the shirt off me back, I would.
He would, you know. Nice guy, that Barry.
Oh, don't mention it, Ted.
Okay.
So, what brings you to the drip for dosh?
You would not believe how much the demand for door-to-door office supplies has plummeted.
I blame the internet. But then I blame the internet for just about everything.
I've turned to selling my own rapidly diminishing blood. If I don't, my wife will be forced to shop at Lidl.
Look, I've already
Lidl?
established you're a loser. There's no need to give me the backstory to prove it.
Was ist so falsch an Lidl?
How's the door-to-door game these days?
Oh, are you interested in buying? I've still got loads of top-notch stock remaining. You look like a man who's into his arts and crafts. How about a nice craft pack for those rainy days alone?
Arts and what? I'm a man's man, you pansy
Ja,
arse.
hier ist der Man's
It includes a
Man.
nice set of coloured pipe cleaners, a pair of left-handed safety scissors, and some sequins.
Well, sounds like a dandy night in. I don't have much need for office supplies in my line of work.
How about a multi-pack of 500 white sticky labels? A pack of still-working highlighter pens? I can hook you up with a human-sized laminating machine. Please,
Laminating.
anything.
Human-sized Laminating Machine. Okay. Okay, der hat also ganz viel Office-Zeug.
Look, would you stop trying to sell me office supplies? I'm never in my office, and when I am, it's only to refill my glass from the various beverages stored in my credenza.
Could I interest you in a new credenza?
No,
Okay. Dann hätten wir das. Also wir...
it's been real.
Ich weiß auf jeden Fall schon mal, wo wir das Zeug für ihn herbekommen.
Seems a bit shifty. Wouldn't have expected that from someone in the blood trade. Excuse me, is it? I was wondering, customer. What are you, an idiot? I can't combine.
Okay, ich brauche erstmal irgendwie, also... Bräuchte erstmal was.
Gun used in a crime? Drop it here. Well, those things together? Not... I wonder if they sell nail guns.
Aromatherapy. Okay, wir gehen mal da rein. Nails, tanning.
I'll steal yourself. Who knows what's in there?
Okay.
Then, shock horror, the Bags and Beyond sales assistant lifts the last Gigi Logie out of the window and sells it. No. I knew, I practically died right there. What did you do? Well, what any girl would, of course. I waited patiently for the cow to exit the shop, and I shot her in the fat leg. You didn't. I did her a favour. She would have been the Queen of Ming with that handbag and her permatan. What did you use, the semi-auto? Yup, good old dependable semi. You're absolutely right. Very practical. I can tell you now, it'll come in super handy when sale season rolls round. Welcome to Doreen's Nail Bar and Army Surplus. Clapper's Rig's foremost destination for all your manicure and military needs.
Das ist ja süß.
What's with the gun drop-off thing?
It's a cute little adoption program I run for abandoned guns. Nameless criminals pop the gun into the little drop box. I scrub all the blood, prints and DNA off with a steel loofah and jojoba moisturizers. Back on display to be purchased by anyone with either an inkling to let off a few shells or a vendetta to hunt another man down.
You know, clearing up after criminals is technically perverting police work.
I'm no pervert, silly. Don't tell me Inspector Innocent has never once looked the other way.
Listen, if I got a pound for every time I look the other way... Actually, I guess I usually do.
Okay. Also da können Waffen abgegeben werden, sie putzt sie und dann werden sie wieder verkauft. Geil.
That is where the criminals drop guns to be cleaned. It's like recycling, only worse.
Und die wurde auch recycelt, wie es aussieht.
The opposite of scary female. It's full of nail clippings.
Kann ich das haben?
Ew, have to shake out the nail clippings somewhere along the way.
Okay, damit können wir... Okay, damit können wir jetzt Blut uns, glaube abzapfen.
Good day, miss.
It's Mrs. actually. Mrs. Leisha Pelchester of the Pelchesters. Perhaps you've heard of me?
Weren't you in Cloudy with a Chance of Meat and Balls?
No.
Shame, that's a family favourite of mine. Wait a second. Polchester? Shorty Polchester of Clappers United?
The very same.
Oh, Shorty. I've lost many a shilling to that overpaid, groin-injuring, overrated public tosspot. Say, wasn't he the one that got the entire English women's football team pregnant during a 2007 World Cup training session in the Algarve?
You didn't believe that story, did you? You're probably one of those guys that reads the papers.
So, you're the latest bit. Okay.
So, you're the latest bit of crumpet that's masquerading as Shorty's missus, then?
The latest? The one and only, you mean? The love of Shorty's life.
But I thought Shorty was shacked up with some brunette tart that used to present the coveted 3 to 4 p.m. jewellery section of the PVC shopping channel. Just once I wish I could have been that 4-carat sovereign pendant depicting the entire cast of Hotel Babylon she was running her fingers over.
It was 8-carat, thank you very much.
That was you? Well, bugger me.
Okay, die ist nicht mehr brunett, die ist blond.
So, you and Shorty a happy pair then?
Totally. The press even have a name for us, you know, like Brangelina or Benifer. They call us Shisha.
Good job your name wasn't Kitty.
Silly. My name is Leisha.
Leisha.
Getting ahead to dome makeover. Big night planned.
Every night's a big night when you're me, darling. Tonight I've managed to pull some strings and get us a romantic table for two at Sexy Chic Shayla Buffet.
Bedroom eyes from Shorty and a steaming trough of warm
Okay,
meat.
das ist das
That's
Restaurant,
actually on my
wo wir auch noch
bucket
hin müssen.
list.
Honey, it's on everybody's bucket list.
Okay.
Tja, darling.
Mwah, mwah.
Der Hund ist voll süß.
Buggeration puts the twat weapon stash to shame.
Oh, was haben wir hier?
Merkins, 30% off. What,
They're, for women.
what for?
They wear it someplace.
Someplace? What, like at the beach or something?
Yeah, that's right, fella. The beach.
Look at guns, netting.
Buggeration puts the
Wo waren jetzt hier die Netting?
come in handy if you were being hunted down by trained killers in the women's wear section of S&M.
Happens.
Come in handy if you were being...
Happens.
They're not really my colour. She's scary on the inside. Shot in the line of duty while trying to get into a ladies' filing cabinet would not sound great right before my 21-gun salute. Gift baskets of scented oils for loved ones. Gift baskets of live grenades for loathed ones. Pamper yourself with our soap bars infused with the scent of a freshly fired
Gesundheit.
12-gauge shotgun and jasmine.
Meine Mom hat gerade...
Now you're just being stupid.
Okay, meine Mom hat nur gerade genießt. Okay, wir reden mal mit ihr.
Scary female alert. I'm Detective Inspector Hector. I'm investigating a terrorist attack that occurred earlier today.
Are you now? Well, I don't mind telling you, I have a bit of a thing for the good guys. I'd love to find out what's really behind the badge.
Oh, bugger. Not one of these conversations.
Hm,
Are you the owner of this
wer hatte der
establishment?
Laden?
I am indeed. Doreen's the name. Pleasure to meet you.
Mhm.
Well, you don't know that yet, do you?
Well, you're pleasurable to my eye so far.
You really think so?
Huh, I'll try anything once.
Okay, would you mind explaining it? Was bietet sie
What
denn
sort
an?
of services do you offer here?
Our services include manicures, pedicures, oiling, barrel scouring, waxing, tanning, reloading, calibrating, head and hand massage, firing pin or hair replacement and therapy.
What sort of therapy?
Anything from aroma to post-traumatic stress.
Mhm. Do you do gift vouchers?
Do you do gift vouchers?
We do. Available on request after a 3-day waiting period and full background check.
Mhm.
Do you have a license to sell weapons?
Of course I do. I'm legal. Barely.
Mhm.
I don't need any beauty treatment.
Let me see your hands.
I'm not comfortable with you touching me.
Oh, come on. Just one then.
Oh, nasty. Your skin definitely needs a bit of rejuvenation. We offer an intensive therapy for dry, parched, powder-burned hands. An exfoliating sweet pomegranate hot oil treatment followed by a moisturizing warm towel massage. And a complimentary 23-round extension for your shotgun.
Okay.
I don't need any guns either.
If you're unsure, we can make it easy for you. Take our What Firearm Suits Your Lifestyle questionnaire.
Any specials today?
I recommend the Sniper's Combo. Pick one item of precision artillery and we'll throw in a relaxing eye therapy session and a hand massage. Remember to breathe out as you squeeze the trigger.
Okay. Wenn du nicht weißt, was für eine Waffe haben wir jetzt hier, gibst du Fragebogen und dann wird die richtige Knarre für dich ausgesucht, Beste. Okay.
Would you mind examining an item I have in my possession?
Oh, I'll examine anything you like, big stuff.
Look, I thought very hard about that last sentence to phrase it in a way that you couldn't possibly think I was flirting with you. If I'd said, would you mind running your hands over me weapon, it would have been a totally different story.
I don't know what you're on about.
Okay. I need to know if you're returned any record.
I'll need to know if you've retained any record of who purchased this rifle.
Very bad shape.
Yeah, remember this one? Took me a while to get the shaft sprung correctly.
I'm sure you don't have that problem, officer.
Oh. Do you know who last acquired it?
I might. Over there I have a filing cabinet with all the signed sales receipts from the past 30 days. But I operate on a strict privacy guarantee with all my customers.
Oh, just what I need. An honest criminal.
There's I need that information. Any other specialist?
Seriously, I need that information.
I can't just hand over my keys to any man who walks in off the street. I get repeat business because I'm faithful to my customers. I'm just a faithful kind of girl. Except when I'm not.
Oh, cripes. Doreen.
I like you, Hector. It's undeniable there's chemistry between us.
The only thing between us is a glass cabinet full of merkins and a sense of awkwardness.
You really want access to my private records? Let's just say I'm willing to be persuaded.
By records, you actually mean the physical ones with customer signatures on.
Oh, it'll be physical, all right. Geez, you never let up with your flirting, do you?
I can assure you that's the last thing I'm doing. Oh, are you asking me out?
No, you're asking me out. I've got something you want, and you've got something I want.
What do I have, dare I ask, that you want?
I'd like to learn more about your interrogation techniques.
I'll bring me truncheon.
Oh, now you're talking.
Isn't there a much less contrived way of gaining access to your files?
Afraid not. If you really want to impress me, why don't you take me out for a nice dinner?
Depends on what you mean by nice. I know a nice little kebab place down on...
Oh, detective. You don't impress a girl with a kebab.
I can't believe I'm saying this, but what if it's a particularly thick and meaty one?
Gonna have to do better than that.
Damn,
ich
I
weiß,
was
wo
sure
es
that would
hinführt.
occur.
Die will bestimmt in dieses Restaurant, wo wir hin müssen und wo hier die Dame schon gesagt hat, es ist wirklich schwer, dort Plätze zu finden.
Isn't there a much less contrived way of gaining access to your files?
Afraid not. If you really...
Ja, okay, das
Depends-
ist mir grad.
I can't believe...
Gonna have to do better.
Damn.
Okay.
Look, it's really important that I get into your filing cabinet.
Sorry, you're not getting any access to my private area.
Oh, don't say it, don't say it.
At least not until you've taken me out to dinner first.
Oh, can't take much more of her.
Okay.
Just lingering, thanks.
Okay. Wir gehen jetzt erstmal. Holen jetzt erstmal ein bisschen Blut.
I'm an alpha male. Get me out of here. Great. Now I smell like lavender.
Gehen nochmal zurück. Machen erstmal das. Ist wirklich widerlich, ne?
There's got to be something wrong with any meat product you can drink.
Dann gehen wir nochmal hier hin.
Nah, can't be asked. Yo, Barry, here's a gallon for you. Knock yourself out.
Oh, thank you, sir. You're a true saint.
Ah, so.
If only you knew.
Das hatten wir schon mal.
So, what'll it be in exchange, chum? The sticky labels or the wall planner?
Hey? No, none of that. I want the shirt off your back, like you said.
The shirt? All right. Well, I didn't think you'd... oh, see, this is the lucky shirt my dead auntie brought me.
No, it really tugs on me heartstrings, but a deal's a deal. Shirt. He's got you there, Barry.
Well, you drive a hard bargain, friend. Here you go.
Okay. Das brauchen wir wahrscheinlich, um...
Something doesn't quite feel right. Ah. Oh, little neat, it'll do. He must have had a case of the sweats. Blech. Let's hope whoever gets the transfusion doesn't develop hoof and mouth. Excuse me. Visit.
He'll never make the journey back to his family and kids alive. It's sad, really.
Okay, jetzt haben wir wenigstens schon mal ein Shirt. Jetzt gehen wir mal hier hin. Okay, ich mache hier nur mal ganz kurz eine Pause und dann bin ich gleich wieder dran.